Hey, what's up, everybody? It's William from Before the Billions. Hope you guys are doing well today. So, we have a video of Kanye West talking about how he is terminating his contract with Gap, and we are going to be seeing this. This is actually going to be from CNBC, but I saw it on Academics page. So we're going to go ahead and get into that video. But first, I want to go ahead and thank everybody within the BTB squad. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more topics like this. And let's go ahead and get into the video.
God damn, P, why the hell y'all be so hard, man?
All right, so this is Academics' page right here, and this is the video.
So sorry to interrupt. While we have you, we're showing the stock right now of Gap and Adidas, and their Gap got hurt today on that news. And in general, it's been a struggling retailer. They lost the CEO, Sonia Singhal, the one who you, I believe, made the deal with to begin with, and they're trying to stabilize the overall business. You've always liked this company, and you talked about how you had high hopes for the partnership. Do you think that Gap can ever sort of regain its cool again and be a big player?
They only have one opportunity to be able to be a big player. What do you think it is?
I feel like you're not happy with them today, so you're not going to be too optimistic.
No, I'm saying they have one individual on the planet that could save the Gap. And
Who
that
is it?
individual, I'm asking you, who do you think it is? Sometimes the answer is sitting right in front of you.
Well, there was a lot of potential in this deal, but it sounds like you're terminating.
Well, don't bring a leader in and have them not lead. Why would I argue with people who are getting paid by the Gap? I'm sorry, I'm not going to argue with people that are broker than me about money.
Understood. Yay, we thank you for the time today and for joining us on the show.
All right, the
Appreciate
glasses
it.
are coming down soon. There we go.
So sorry to interrupt.
All right, so he is pissed. Talking about, can't you tell I'm him? Right, she squirted past that question so quick. So it says Kanye called Gap workers broke on CNBC today at the closing bell. All right, so that lady, she was like, "No, I am not about to answer that." He was like, "Oh, sometimes it's closer than you would think." All right, so let's go ahead and go into the. It's actually another video as well. So let's go ahead and see.
It's good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So talk to us about what happened here. Why are you terminating this deal with Gap?
Well, it was always a dream of mine to be at the Gap and to bring the best product possible to the masses. And I always talk to them about doing products for $20, like the best product in the world, designed at the same level of the top fashion houses in the world at $20 for the people. And so we went through 3 years, and obviously there's always like struggles and back and forth when you're trying to build something new and integrate teams. So we designed an entire collection, and actually,
It's good to see you. Thank you for.
All right, and then one more.
I wanted for this collection, and then they actually took one of the shirts and sold it for $19. So didn't price my stuff. Priced my stuff at like $200 and above their whole price point normally, and then did the exact shirt for $20. Also, they did pop-ups, and I signed on with them because they had in the contract they said they were going to do stores, and they just ignored us about building stores constantly, and it was very frustrating. It was very disheartening because I just put everything I had. I put, all of my top relationships. I went and got Dimna, the head designer of Balenciaga, which is one of the hottest brands in the world, to come. He does couture, and
Yeah.
with that relationship, he ended up, working on a Gap collection for me. There are a lot of things, colorways that I didn't approve. There's a lot I wanted for this collection. And then they actually took one of the shirts.
All right, so that's the last clip that they have right here. But if you guys want to watch the full video from the closing bell, you can. Let's go ahead on to the article right here. So this is actually this is from New York Times. So let's read what they had to say about it. So it says, hip hop mogul and Gap officially end their partnership. The Yeezy Gap apparel line deal, announced with much fanfare in 2020, was supposed to last 10 years and generate $1 billion in annual sales. This actually came out September 15th, 2022. The experiment in corporate disruption that was the partnership between Kanye West and Gap is officially over. Ye, as Mr. West, is now known formally notified Gap via a letter on a Thursday that he was terminating their agreement involving the Yeezy Gap apparel line, citing breach of contract. Instead, Ye is moving ahead with plans to open his own stores. I heard about that. I did hear that he was going to open up his own stores. I mean, I always heard that, Yeezys were extremely difficult to find. Like, as soon as they drop, people over here about to break their neck, spending thousands of dollars for them, and then they resell them, and then, it's craziness. I don't know how it is now. I'm not a sneakerhead or anything like that, but that's just some things I used to see back in the day when Yeezys first came out, the shoes, and then people were about to fight over them shoes, man. So it says the partnership, announced with a drum roll of publicity in June 2020, had the possibility of lasting 10 years, and Gap hoped generating more than $1 billion in annual sales. Yeezy Gap would encompass men's, women's, and children's wear and benefit both sides, turning around the fortunes of the Gap by giving it the veneer of cool and giving Ye access to the mass market. You remember when they did that same kind of thing with LL Cool J? We're going to go ahead and see what LL Cool J had to say when he actually promoted FUBU, or For Us By Us, in the Gap ad.
Yes, y'allin', jeans popping in every mall in town, the city. GAP, gritty, ready to go. For us, by us, on the low. G, that's for getting the A for always. P, that's for power and the people that praise. Backwards, P for popular, A for attitude. G, get it going, daddy, Gap is on the move. How easy is this? Fall into the Gap.
All right, so it says, Gap acknowledged that the agreement was ending in a message to employees. While we share a vision of bringing high-quality, trend-forward, utilitarian design to all people through unique omni experience. Good Lord, they just throwing words in here. What is this word salad? What is this? What in the hell are they trying to say? Bringing high-quality, trend-forward, utilitarian design to all people through unique omni experiences with Yeezy Gap. What in the world is omni experiences? What is that? They're saying stuff. They trying to make everything sound so high fashion. Like, what does that even mean? Right? How we work together to deliver this vision is not aligned. The Gap brand president, Mark Breitbard, wrote, and we are deciding to wind down the partnership. Lawyers for Ye originally sent a breach of contract notice to Gap on August 16th. Gap responded with a letter on August 23rd, but according to Ye's lawyer, Nicholas Gravanti Jr., Gap left him no choice but to terminate their agreement. He did so on Thursday, arguing in a notice that the retailer had abandoned its contractual obligations. The notice, a copy of which was viewed by the New York Times, said Gap had failed to sell products in its namesake stores and had not opened stores for the specific purpose of selling Yeezy products. Yeezy Gap stores were supposed to open in the latter half of 2021, the letter said. Ye had diligently tried to work through these issues with Gap, both directly and through counsel. Mr. Gravanti, co-head of global litigation at Cadwalder, Wickersham, and Taft, said, I'm sure there's probably like some large, litigation firm or, law firm or whatever. But I had no clue how to pronounce this word right here. All right, so it says, he added that Ye would promptly move forward to make up for lost time by opening Yeezy retail stores. Gap plans to continue to sell new Yeezy Gap products that have already been created, including a collection for the holiday season, through the first half of the next year. The Wall Street Journal earlier reported on Ye's notifying Gap that he wanted to end the partnership. 2 years ago, when the mall's stalwart rolled out its splashly announcement about teaming up with Ye. Okay, hold on. They just throwing words together like what is this splashly announcement? Okay. The company's stock price had its biggest uptick in at least 40 years. Industry insiders were surprised at the partnership between a very corporate entity and a very uncorporate artist. That's a shade right there. They throw us a shade on your boy Kanye. Mikey Drexler, a former chief executive of Gap, later told Yahoo Finance that it doesn't make any sense in my opinion. At the time, Mr. Brett Bard said the retailer was excited to work closely with Ye in defining a next level retail partnership. I guess this is some of the code. This look like a what are those them wraiths called in oh my gosh, like Lord of the Rings, or it look like something out of Harry Potter or something like that. Don't it look like something like that? Like what in the world? They look like something scary, like a Dementor or something like that. Like you better snatch your soul in this clothes. The deal included an option to renew after 5 years, at which point Gap was hoping that Yeezy Gap would be generating that $1 billion in annual sales. The company originally said Yeezy Gap merchandise was expected to appear in stores in 2021, but the release date kept being pushed back. Analysis on calls with Gap executives often asked for updates on the apparel line. In the first 18 months of the deal, only 2 products were released, a puffer jacket and a sweatshirt. They were sold online only. Not until May, after Ye enlisted the help of Demna, the single-named designer of Balenciaga, and that brand's ateliers. What in the hell does that say?
Atelier.
Atelier. What the hell? What is that? I have never heard that word before. Atelier. Okay. Was a full line of 36 styles. Yeezy Gap engineered by Balenciaga unveiled. Those products finally reached stores in July, many of them at higher prices than usual for the Gap. Hoodies for $240, t-shirts for $140. That's a lot of money. T-shirts for $140. Oh my God, that's a lot of money. Why would I pay $100 for $140 for a t-shirt? You out of your mind. Shoppers had lined up around especially a Gap shirt. Like, what are you talking about? Shoppers had lined up around a Gap location in Times Square where the clothes were purposefully piled in what looked like garbage bin. Bro, imagine you pay $140 for a shirt and you get it in a trash bag. What the? You get $240 and $140. Oh my God, I'll be so mad, man. Well, of course I wouldn't spend that much money, but they gave it to you in a trash bag, a garbage bin bags throughout the store. That is crazy. You literally picking up your shirt out the trash, bro. That's crazy right there. Whether it would be enough to change the trajectory of the Gap was unclear. In its most recent quarter, Gap brand sales fell 10% from the year before. The Balenciaga Yeezy line is governed by a different contract and will not be affected by the Yeezy Gap termination notice. According to Danielle Tooley, another partner at Cadwalder, Ye is not taking any action in respect to that contract at this time. The partnership with Ye is rupturing as Gap is searching for a permanent chief executive. All right, so the lady who oversaw the Yeezy Gap deal left the chain in July. Bob Martin is serving as interim chief executive. So I think it's Sonia Senegal, who was the previous chief executive officer. Ye has also posted statements on Instagram suggesting he is unhappy with his even longer term relationship with Adidas. Yeah, he's been with Adidas for a long time. In 2020, the partnership brought in nearly $1.7 billion in revenue, according to Bloomberg. It is set to expire in 2026. Ye is known for being very opinionated and liking control, said Stacey Jennifer Traeger, who leads the fashion law practice at Nixon Peabody, where she is a partner. That can be difficult when working in a partnership. Kanye seems to have a very specific vision and a very strong desire to see things in a certain way. Ms. Traeger said that level of control and desire to control things and execute in that way may not be aligned with collaborating with a brand. That's very true. Yeah, you can't go up into somebody else's household trying to control everything. If you are just partnering with somebody, it doesn't mean that you're going to have control of everything that a company does. All right, they are going to be making decisions based off of what they believe will be able to make them the most money. These brand partnerships are like a marriage, she said. Couples have to compromise on which restaurant they go to, even if one of them doesn't like the cuisine. Ye's move was the equivalent of ripping up the dinner plans. Now he can make all of the decisions and he can have pasta every single night, Ms. Traeger said. All right, so that is the end of the article. All right, so Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I appreciate you guys for checking out the video, especially if you made it this far. Go ahead and give me a like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy this content and you want to see more content like this. Please go ahead and hit the bell notification icon, okay? So with that being said, please go ahead and also check out the Discord chat that is down below in the description below. I would appreciate you guys if you were to be able to join. It's completely free, right? We also have a goal of hitting 2,500 subscribers by October. I know it's a large goal, I know it's a big goal, but I know that we'll be able to achieve it. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. All right. So that being said, I will see you all on the next video. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I really do appreciate it.
God damn, P, why the hell you be so hard, man?
This is me. This is who I was before the billions. Before I made the money.